The global economy is currently navigating through turbulent waters marked by rising inflation and an escalating cost of living crisis. This phenomenon is not isolated to a single nation or region, but is a widespread issue affecting millions of people worldwide. The roots of this crisis are multifaceted, encompassing a blend of long-term economic trends, recent global events, and systemic financial and policy challenges. This video breaks down these underlying factors and sheds light on why the world is experiencing such economic turmoil. We then cover 8 key areas to focus on and provide practical steps to successfully navigate through this cost of living crisis. If you find this video helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel and liking the video. It will really help us to build the channel and provide more useful content to help you as well as others. Now, let's get started. The inflation phenomenon. Inflation fundamentally is the rate at which the general level of prices or goods and services is rising, and subsequently, purchasing power is falling. Central banks attempt to limit inflation and avoid deflation in order to keep the economy running smoothly. However, the recent surge in inflation rates has far exceeded the targets set by these institutions, leading to widespread concern. Catalysts of the current inflationary surge. Number 1. The COVID-19 pandemic. The onset of the COVID-19 pandemic in early 2020 sent shockwaves through the global economy. Governments around the world imposed lockdowns and restrictions to curb the spread of the virus, leading to disruptions in supply chains, labor shortages, and a halt in production in many sectors. As economies began to reopen, demand rebounded much more quickly than supply could keep up with, leading to price increases. Number 2. Energy prices and geopolitical tensions. The geopolitical landscape has also significantly impacted the global economy, most notably through the energy sector. Conflicts and tensions in key oil-producing regions, alongside the ongoing geopolitical standoff involving Russia and Ukraine, has led to volatility in energy markets. The resultant increase in oil and gas prices has had a ripple effect, contributing to higher costs for transportation, manufacturing, and in the broader economy, fueling inflation further. Number 3. Monetary policy. In response to the economic downturn, many central banks, including the Bank of England, U.S. Federal Reserve, and the European Central Bank, implemented unprecedented monetary easing policies. These included lowering interest rates to near zero levels and large-scale asset purchase programs. While these measures were essential in stabilizing financial markets and supporting the economy, the increased money supply also laid the groundwork for higher inflation. Number 4. Supply chain disruptions. Even before the pandemic, global supply chains were under pressure due to trade tensions and the push for decoupling and reshoring of manufacturing. The pandemic exacerbated these issues, with lockdowns and health crises in key manufacturing hubs causing severe disruptions. These disruptions have led to shortages of goods and materials, pushing prices higher. Impact on cost of living. The surge in inflation directly impacts the cost of living, making everyday expenses such as groceries, utilities, and housing more expensive. This situation is particularly challenging for low- and middle-income families who spend a larger portion of their income on these essential goods and services. The rising cost of living erodes real wages, reducing the purchasing power of households and leading to a decline in living standards. Government and central bank responses. Governments and central banks worldwide have been taking steps to address the inflation and cost of living crisis. Central banks are raising interest rates to tame inflation, a move that makes borrowing more expensive in hopes of cooling down demand. However, these measures also come with their own set of challenges, slowing economic growth in the short term and increasing the risk of a recession. Navigating the cost of living crisis. Practice steps you can take. These are strategies and measures that can be taken to soften the impact of rising costs and protect financial well-being. Here are practical steps to help get through this cost of living crisis. Number 1. Budgeting and expense tracking. A. Create a budget. Begin by understanding where your money is going. List all income sources and expenses to identify necessary expenses in areas where you can cut back. B. Track spending. Use budgeting apps or a simple spreadsheet to track daily spending. This can help identify patterns or unnecessary expenses that can be reduced or eliminated. Number 2. Reducing expenses. A. Cut non-essential spending. Look for areas where you can reduce spending, such as dining out, subscriptions, and discretionary shopping. B. Save on utilities. Implement energy-saving measures to reduce electricity, water, and heating bills. This can include using energy-efficient appliances, fixing leaks, and adopting more efficient heating and cooling practices. C. Smart grocery shopping. Plan meals, buy in bulk, use coupons and loyalty card schemes. Choose store brands over name brands where possible to save on food costs. Number 3. Increasing income. A. Seek additional employment. Consider part-time jobs, freelancing, or gig economy opportunities to supplement your income. B. Start a side hustle. As we've covered in previous videos, side hustles are a great way to start your own business. For more details on this, please refer to our video on side hustles. C. Ask for a raise or seek better paying jobs. If you've been in your role for a while and have taken on more responsibilities, it might be time to negotiate a higher salary. If not immediately available, you may be able to negotiate a plan for reaching a higher salary. Number 4. Managing debt. A. Prioritize high-interest debt. Pay off high-interest debts such as credit card balances first to reduce the total interest paid over time. B. Consider debt consolidation. If you have multiple debts, consolidating them into a single loan with a lower interest rate can reduce monthly payments and interest costs. 5. Maximizing government assistance and community resources. A. Explore eligibility for assistance programs. Many governments offer support programs for those hit hardest by the cost of living crisis, including food assistance, housing benefits, and utility subsidies. B. Utilize community resources. Local community centers, charities, and nonprofits often provide services such as food banks, financial counseling, and assistance with utilities. 6. Protecting savings and investments. A. Emergency fund. If possible, build and maintain an emergency fund worth 3 to 6 months of living expenses to provide a buffer against unforeseen financial shocks. B. Review investment strategies. Consider consulting with a financial advisor to ensure your investment strategy is aligned with current economic conditions and your long-term financial goals. 7. Planning for the future. A. Education and skills development. Investing in education and skills can enhance employability and open opportunities for higher-paying jobs. Please refer to our videos on education and career. B. Long-term financial planning. Develop a long-term financial plan that includes savings goals, retirement planning, and investments to secure your financial future. 8. Lifestyle adjustments. Adopt a minimalist lifestyle. Embracing minimalism by focusing on what you need rather than what you want can significantly reduce expenses. B. Consider relocation. If the cost of living at your current location is unsustainable, consider moving to a more affordable area. Before we end this video, we wanted to conclude that the path to stabilizing inflation and mitigating the cost of living crisis is fraught with complexity and challenges. However, as we have outlined in this video, there are many actions you can take yourself that will help to navigate this crisis. Remember, a multifaceted approach is required here, one that includes tight budgeting, strategic financial planning, and potentially lifestyle changes. By taking these proactive steps to managing expenses, increasing income, and utilizing available resources, individuals can mitigate the impact of rising costs and maintain financial stability during these challenging times. We hope you found this video helpful, and please, if you find our content useful, leave your thoughts in the comments.